Hi everyone, it's Pete here now. Like a lot of the world, we're in lockdown here in the UK, so I haven't got any RC action to show you, I'm afraid. I've taken a couple out in the garden, but it wasn't very exciting. I haven't videoed anything. So I just thought I'd do a little video to show you some of the projects I've been doing since I've been off. So let's start with this one. Okay, so what this is my Tamiya TL01 chassis, which formerly had the AMG Mercedes touring car body on it, and what I wanted to do was to put a rally car body shell on this because I want to run it off-road, and you wouldn't expect to see a touring car off-road. And also I'll just show you with this Mercedes body, it's got a very low to the ground kind of spoiler, and you can't really cut that off without it looking silly. As I say, it's not the sort of thing you'd expect to be driving off-road anyway. Okay, so I've got this body set from Time Tunnel Models in the UK. It's Tamiya part 51289, and it's a good set. It includes the body, the masks for the windows, obviously the stickers for the outside. It includes things like the mirrors and the rear spoiler there. It doesn't include the drivers. I got them off my Escort Cosworth. But you can buy them as a extra bit. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased with that, because that was about 30 quid, just over 30 quid, which isn't bad to get all the extra bits and bobs that you need. So really all I've had to add is the paint. So obviously what I need to complete the look for this is the gold wheels, which this colour scheme always came with. But that's all I've got at the moment. I will order some of the gold wheels just to complete the look. So this comes with the light buckets, so you can put LEDs in to have functioning lights, and it comes with the masks, so you can mask the body shell to not have paint behind the lights. Show you the lights working. So I've got two LEDs either side at the front there, and again at the back got two LEDs either side. So I haven't put in any of the indicators, so these are reverse lights here. I've just got the red ones on the back, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, so this one is the 2007 version of the Impreza, but this general look and colour scheme goes back to the 90s. Ooh, the 90s takes you back, doesn't it? Colin McRae rally, wasn't it? PlayStation 1, Small Boys, Jumpers for Goalposts, Gladiators on telly, Wolf, wasn't it? Baywatch, ooh, Pammy, yes, wasn't it? Ooh, marvellous. Okay, thanks Ron. So I'll show you a couple of things that I did slightly differently to the instructions. This sticker here is supposed to be here above the Subaru, and on the real car it runs into the scoop, but on the model here there isn't actually a hole there. It's just a sticker depicting a scoop, and they show the top part of the sticker there going up onto the what would be the opening there, and it just didn't look right to me, because that would be blocking the scoop on the real car. So yeah, I ended up sticking that one up on there, which isn't technically right and not where it would have been, but I don't know, makes me happier than seeing it going up, because I've seen people built this and the top part of the sticker runs right over the scoop, and that wouldn't happen, because that would be a gap just with slats across it. So yeah, I've just changed that bit. So the other thing, I've just at the front there's actually a few more millimeters on the front spoiler there, and you generally put a black sticker there or paint black around there, so it's actually lower, so it actually ended up being as low as the Mercedes front. So I've just taken a few millimeters off the bottom of there, just to give it a bit more clearance off-road. I can sort of jack this up a bit more, because it being a rally car it wouldn't look silly to be a little bit higher off the ground, especially if I've got the blocky tyres on it. But anyway, I've just got it like that for the minute. Okay, one thing that always bothers me on RC bodies is if you can see through them, so I'll just show you this and explain how much paint I've used on this. Okay, so I've taken the drivers out and put the light behind, and if you hold it directly up to the light you can still just about see through. A bit more at the sides there, but in reality when it's on the car you can't see through. But if you compare that to this one, which is the Escort Cosworth, I mean, this probably had, I didn't build this one, but this probably had an entire can of metallic blue, and you know, it's almost see-through, isn't it? So yeah, I'll just show you how much paint I used on that Subaru. Okay, so what I've used on this is nearly a whole can of PS16 metallic blue Tamiya, and then to sort of deepen the blue a bit, I put a couple of coats of PS59 dark metallic blue, and then to sort of brighten up the metallic effect, put some silver, a couple of coats of silver, and then to sort of make the inside of the cockpit look dark and also to make it more opaque, a couple of coats of PS5 black. And so you can see you need a lot of paint to make it look opaque, and as you can see when the light was behind it, it's not even quite opaque then, so you do need to spend a little bit of money on paint, but it's worth it, I'd say. Okay, so one other thing I did slightly differently to the instructions is that the window surrounds actually came with tinted parts, but I wanted to be able to see the drivers properly inside, so I've cut those out. I know it is quite difficult when you have got these sort of tinted bits and the surround all as one sticker. It's quite difficult to get them smooth actually all around the corners, so it's another sort of reason to leave those out. So I'm guessing there used to be different versions of this without the light buckets included, because they give you these sort of stickers that you just stick on the outside to represent the lights. But say with this version, you just don't have anything on the front, and they just have this red piece at the back just to make the back lights red. And also you just get some other stickers, so you can have a different driver number 8. Apart from that, I think I've used all the stickers it came with. It's probably the most stickers I've ever stuck onto a RC car. Took a nice long time, which was the idea really for the lockdown, to keep me occupied. Wasn't too difficult actually. I know some of these rally ones are very complicated. Looking at Mark Bryan's videos, like the Quattro looked very difficult and you had to wrap the stickers around. So it's probably the most difficult bit was this, which comes in a couple of different parts. But yeah, not too bad. You haven't really got to wrap it around many corners, and you've got the door handles as references. So yeah, not too bad. And other than that, mostly little, just little stickers. So yeah, just take your time and stick all those on. But generally, I'd say that was 30 quid well spent, well plus paint. But yeah, that kept me occupied a nice long time, and eventually, when we were allowed out, I'll get a running video of it. Okay, so moving on, I've done another Datsun 240Z shell. Now the idea behind this was to do a nice basic paint job, so I could take it out bashing and not worry too much about it. Although having said that, it looks quite nice. What I was trying to do was to save this blue shell that I've got from too much damage. And the trouble is with this one, you've got things like the window surround. I mean, when you roll it over, I was having grass getting stuck under there, and it's got sort of stickers all around the lights and things that tend to peel off. So like I say, with the black one, I was just going for minimal stickers, and say black saves you having to put the window surround on. I did go with the silver around there. What I have done with this, actually, it does come with the tints in the windows, and I did cut those out, and I've just gone with the smoke paint on the inside, which is generally what I do, because say it's difficult to get the tinted window effect on totally flat with the frame. You tend to end up with sort of bubbles somewhere, so I've done that. But anyway, that's just on my TT02 chassis. One thing about using this body shell is that it's on the shorter wheelbase, so you can't sort of easily swap most of the rally bodies if you've set it to that one, which is 251 I think, and the longer wheelbase is 257. So I sort of leave this one set to the wheelbase for the Datsun. Okay, so this body set does come with the light buckets, so you can put LEDs in, which I will do at some point. And also it's actually got all the parts to make it into the rally car. So I've got yet another one of these body sets to build up, and I'll build that up as the rally car, and then I'll have a choice of 3 bodies to use. Okay, the only other body shell I've been doing is the Lexan one for the Brat. I haven't actually built any of the kit. I've done a very basic black paint job on this, and I was just showing you this to emphasize the fact that if you've got the window tint, or this is a solid sort of color, I think, because there aren't masks, so it's not clear behind there. If you have that all in one with the window surround, it is difficult to get it without any bubbles. So there's a slight bubble around there and there, and it's like, you know, you can't quite get it perfect, I don't think. So generally So I cut that bit out and have the windows clear behind, or put the smoke effect behind. But because this one is the basher shell for the Brats, I thought, well, I'll just go with the stickers. The only thing I have done on this to make it look a bit better is I've used the flat clear on the outside for the bumper, and they've got like the side bumpers there and the back bumper, so that they're matte, so you don't have shiny bumpers. But other than that, yeah, I've just done a pretty basic job on that one. Okay, so other than that, this hobby room is about 2/3 of the garage, which we converted with sort of insulated plasterboard, and I just made a bit of improvement up at the other end of the garage, which is where the up and over door is. I'll just show you that. So before the lockdown happened proper, I managed to get hold of a bit of worktop there. So I've got my little charging area here. Now, I was doing that on the floor, but it's a bit hard on the knees, and so what I've done, I've just had this spare tile, which hopefully heat proof, and the bat safe box, which should filter out any nasty smoke if one of the lipos goes up again. So I was thinking, oh, it'll be ultra safe and do it on the floor, but it's hard on the knees, and I think if it did go up in the box, I think it would be okay. So anyway, so I've improved that area. Got the old beer fridge in there, and I'll put all these automatic lights in. Actually, it's very useful if you come in here for a beer at night. All these lights just come on as if by magic. So yeah, and I've just done the shelving up this end with various odds and sods of spare wood that I had, and also I've got a load of space up, you can see in the roof there, but got a load of the old kit boxes up there, because yeah, you're not allowed to throw away a Tamiya kit box, it's the actual law. So also what I do up this end, I've got a bit of cardboard there from some packaging, and that unfolds nicely into this area here, and I can do sort of spray painting down here if the weather's bad outside, which it is at the moment. Okay, so next on the list I think is going to be building up the Brat kits, because that's one that I haven't ever built before, so looking forward to doing that. I've also got, well, I've actually got 2 holiday buggy kits, because I wanted to get 2 body shells and a few spare parts, so I've still got that one to do. Now the lunchbox pickup that Pete Smith kindly made for me is on hold for a minute. I wasn't quite happy with the finish I got on the paint, and I've sanded it back, and now I've realised I haven't got any more gloss black, so need to get some more paint for that one and hopefully get a bit of a better finish to it. Okay, so I think I've waffled on for long enough. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you next time.